making me make this video right now is the fact that I just saw another one of my mutuals post about this. Hi Comrades, happy Friday. If you're new here, I usually do horror movies, horror series, and horror book reviews, but in today's video, I guess we're listening to meowing. Everybody, I introduce you to the newest addition to our little family. Everybody meet Zyka. Oh, little baby. This is The Silent Patient by Alex by Alex. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be rude. Alex Michaelides. At first, you're like, oh my god, this is so cool, because if you look at the cover, it kind of looks like a book or like a diary, and then it's The Silent Patient, and it's a woman on the background with a thing sliced through her mouth, you know, because she's silent. So I was thinking first I was going to tell you like the plot of the book and then tell you the good and the bad, and I actually have a little list. Here's the good and here's the bad. So this book is basically about this girl whose husband comes home. His name is Gabriel, after one night when everything is totally completely fine, and then she shoots him in the face 5 times and then never talks again because she's in a psychiatric institution and she never talks again. And that's like the whole mystery, and that's why the book is called The Silent Patient. Then we're introduced to this other guy. His name is Theo, and he's like a psychiatrist that's basically Alicia is one of his patients, and he's trying to figure out exactly why she's silent and if she actually killed her husband, and if she actually did it, why she did it. So that's basically the whole mystery, like why Alicia killed her husband and why she doesn't talk. So basically Theo is like trying to investigate why Alicia killed her husband, and he decides to go and talk to people that are in her life or that were in her life to learn more about her and about her relationship with her husband that she killed and why she actually did it. As he's doing the investigation in the psychiatric institution, there is a parallel story that is being told through Alicia's diary. And that's why the book looks like a diary. I believe that the diary date starts like 6 years after the murder or something crazy like that, which doesn't really make any sense, because when Alicia's in an institution, she's bumped with like a lot of drugs and stuff, so I don't really understand why she was not only able to write everything that happens, but also keep hiding her diary so nobody finds it. So as we're learning more about Alicia and her husband, and we're learning about Theo and about his wife Kathy, who cheated on him, and then he basically became this jealous husband that was like stalking her and trying to prove that she actually cheated on him, which she is, because he sees them together. And then what happens is, as Theo is following the woman his wife is cheating on, he's following him for miles, okay? Like, that's what book seems make it look like. He's like going through the entire city. He doesn't see his face. He doesn't know what he looks like. Plot twist: Theo's wife was cheating with Alicia's husband. So on the night of the murder, Theo actually broke into Gabriel's and Alicia's house, and he tied them both up. And then he tied them both up, and he gave Gabriel a choice: either he lives or she lives. And Gabriel chose himself, because he loved Kathy more than Alicia, and Alicia became sad. And the guy that was going to kill them, he shot in the air instead of shooting him, and he left. And Alicia somehow, I guess, untied herself or something, and she shot her husband 5 times, and then she slit her wrists. And that's the plot twist. That the guy who's trying to solve the murder is the murderer. Amazing, I know. Let's get into the good, bad, and the ugly. I guess we can start with the book. I already said I like the cover. I think it's pretty cool, pretty nifty, creative. I like how it looks like a diary. I also like soft cover books. I don't know, just a personal preference, I guess. And the second thing that I liked, yes, I know there's only 2, is the intriguing beginning, because the beginning really makes you think like, wow, this is going to be a good book. I wonder what happened. I wonder if like the husband was abusive or something, or why she doesn't talk. Here's the bad: we never really find out why she doesn't talk. Her reasoning is that she feels dead like her husband, so she doesn't want to talk. Yeah. Another little enigma for you: why the heck did the main guy like the psychiatrist, kill Alicia, and then decide to make Alicia his own patient so that he can find out that he killed her husband. He himself killed her. Why is he there? Why is he even like intertwining with himself with the wife of a guy he murdered? Does that make sense? The book doesn't make any sense. And there's this whole thing about all of these different characters that we get to introduce to that are basically like loose ends. He literally made every single character seem suspicious, which is funny because I guess you can do that to every single character if you're already planning to not tie any of the ends and you're not planning on any of the characters being the actual murderer. So no wonder he like sprinkled a bunch of different facts that led nowhere. Like, for example, Alicia's husband Gabriel, he had a brother, and the brother had a crush on Alicia, and he like force kissed her, and that led nowhere. I don't even think she even told her husband that happened. What was the point of us knowing that? Because it didn't impact the story in any way. Anyway, I also don't understand why was he talking to people that Alicia knew if he knew she didn't kill her husband? Or like she did, but why? The book basically ends with Theo being confronted by the police and being confronted by Alicia's diary, because the last entry he actually didn't get to see, which was the murder, and that he was the one that was the intruder and that made her kill her husband, sort of, even though he literally left, even though she's the one that actually killed her husband. You know what I mean? Like, how many charges can Theo really catch at this point? I guess he broke into someone's house, he tied them up, he held the gun to their face. I don't know, how many years is that? Probably less than freaking Alicia for killing her husband and shooting him 5 times in the face. I don't know. There were just like a lot of things that don't really make sense. And I feel like I don't want to say like, I read a lot of books and I know good books. But that is kind of what I'm saying. This is not a very good book. Like, it's just not a very good book. Honestly, I would consider this a good airplane ride book because that's when I read it. And I kind of liked it. Like, it shortened my flight for me. But would I read it again? Definitely no. Would I recommend it to anybody? I did recommend it to my coworker, Nancy, to read it. So she would dislike it as much as I did, which she did. But that's about it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye, comrade.